So last week we saw Belgium, Germany, Denmark, Uruguay all crash out of the group stages of the World Cup. All of these had expectations to get past the group stage and all failed to do so. Some would call these lads bottle jobs. And that got me thinking, what if I gave them a second chance? Would they get grouped again? Or will some of these lads have a fighting spirit and not want to be embarrassed again? And maybe they can go on and win it all? Let's find out. So to keep this simple, we're going to choose the big four that got knocked out. We want Denmark, Germany, Belgium, and Uruguay. Each of these had expectations to get out of the groups and failed tremendously. Let's see who takes this chance by the scruff of the neck and goes through, maybe to win the whole thing. Let's see if we've got any more bottle jobs in this. But first, make sure you like and subscribe and tell me where you think these teams will finish. So I'm going to keep all the formations and everyone the same. I'm not going to change anything or adapt anything to make it seem better. But first game, we've got Denmark, Tunisia. Denmark have had over 70% of the possession, and they have just gone 1-0 up with a Mikkel Damsgaard goal. It's absolutely turtle football, and Mikkel Damsgaard has got a brace. That could mean he might be one of the golden boot boys. So at half-time, it's pretty much pure domination. 2 shots, 2 goals. Tunisia look way off the pace. That would be good limbs, and it's 3-0. Thomas Delaney has just scored an absolute screamer with almost 60% of the possession, 3 shots, 3 goals. Denmark cruised their way in the first game. Right, the next game is Belgium versus Canada. Now, there are reports about Belgium having troubles in the camp, players not getting on, so forth. Canada have had 75% of the possession, which is crazy, but Belgium are on the counter-attack. So Belgium don't look good and didn't look good this year at all. First half has finished. Belgium, they're on the back foot. Right, Belgium is starting to get into their groove now, boys. They're starting to understand what to do. Can Canada weather the storm and maybe get a surprise result? No, because the game has ended 0-0. They kind of needed to win that game as well. Next up, we've got the Germans again, who had a little bit of trouble in the camp, apparently. Apparently, players like Rudiger and Kimmich didn't really want to do their political stance, and that had a bit of a gap. But in real life, this game finished 2-1 to Japan. Go on, round. Germany, if they pass it, they're in, and it's a goal. Leon Goretzka has scored Germany's goal in the 75th minute. It's going to take an inspired Japanese attack now to get the win, even a draw. 90th minute. Are Germany going to get their first win of this World Cup? They are. Now's a good time to tell you to like and subscribe and comment down below who you think was the worst team you saw at the World Cup. So next up, we've got the Uruguay. In real life, this was a boring 0-0 draw. Oh, number 10. It's a goal for Korea. Lee Jae-sung has scored in the 45th minute against the Uruguayans. Are they going to get their chance? No, they're not, and they lose the first game of their group stage. They've got it all to do. Denmark actually lost this game 2-1 to France in real life. So France go out. They will be a big bottle job in this current save, and they are 1-0 down. Christian Eriksen has scored, ladies and gentlemen. Denmark, if they win this, they're through their group. Also, if Denmark win this, France are out of their group. This is a massive game in Group D. Denmark have got 10 minutes to hold on here, and France are pushing hard if they know they are out. And commentators curse. Kingsley Coman has just scored. Denmark, all they need to do is win their next game and they're through. Next, we have Belgium, who obviously they drew 1-1 against Canada, and they are against Morocco, who I believe beat them. Now, they expect the Belgians to get out of this group pretty comfortably, but so far they've struggled. It is another 0-0. Clearly, Belgium cannot score goals. So the next game is Germany versus Spain. Now, these are two teams with undoubted quality. We're nearing half-time, and there's not really been much else that's happened in this game. We're having a lot of 0-0s at this World Cup, aren't we, boys? It's not looking good, bruv. Spain are playing some nice little tiki-taka football, which we love to see. And Spain are through, and it's 1-0. Pedri has scored, and France have... Spain have scored again. It's Pedri with a nice little brace, and that all but seals Germany's fate of not qualifying through this round. 90th minute, Spain have beaten Germany 2-0. An absolutely massive game. Next is Uruguay, who, if you remember, lost to South Korea, and now they've got Portugal next. They have to win this game to have any chance at all for qualifying for the knockouts, but Uruguay are through. Edison Cavani, who is that? The Arrascaeta has scored for Uruguay. He is carrying them on his back right now. They are 2-0 up with Eddie Cavani against Portugal. That is a huge goal. Uruguay have won 2-0 against Portugal. I tell you what, Uruguay needed that. But anyway, here we go. Denmark versus Australia. Two teams that are pretty much already through. Right then, the game did finish 0-0. A pretty of a boring game, I'm not going to lie. But that means Australia and Denmark are through, but Denmark are finishing second in the group. In Group D, France went out bottom of the group. Maybe Mbappe's ego is a bit too big for him. And next up is Belgium and Croatia. Now, Belgium have to pretty much win this game if they want to secure the knockout spot. If they draw, they have to hope Morocco and Canada draw. But if they draw and one of Morocco or Canada win, Belgium are out. And if Belgium lose here, they have to hope Morocco and Canada draw. It's in Belgium's hands, but they look really, really poor going forward. I'm not going to lie. It's last chance saloon, and it's a good shot. 90th minute. Now, Belgium have drawn. Belgium's only hope here is Canada and Morocco drew. Canada and Morocco drew 1-1. What am I seeing? So Belgium have somehow gone through to the knockouts without scoring a single goal. There's no way. And Germany are already through, so we're going to sim this one properly. Now, let's see what happens against Costa Rica. Germany won 4-1. That is a very statement victory right there. Now, the big one here, Group H. Anyone can go through in this group. Uruguay are top, but everyone's on 3 points, and it's down to the final game versus Ghana. The Uruguayans are pretty much on their arse right now. At half-time, though, Ghana smashing Uruguay right now. If it stays like this currently, Uruguay go through on goal difference, and it's a 0-0 draw. Uruguay are through to the knockout, so all 4 teams made it through. So South Korea beat Portugal, so Portugal are not in the World Cup. There is a real chance here someone good could win. So here are the round of 16s. England versus the Netherlands is a massive game. Mexico have got Denmark. Spain have got Belgium, and to be honest, I don't see Belgium winning that. Uruguay have got Brazil, and Germany have got Croatia. They are massive games, and to be honest, I don't expect Belgium or Uruguay to go through. Right, round of 16, Mexico versus Denmark. This goes to penalties if there are no goals scored. Denmark have looked pretty good, I'm not going to lie. It's going to go to extra time, and to be honest, Mexico is starting to edge the game. Right, for penalties, Pineda for Mexico is a goal. Kasper Dolberg is a goal. Guardado has scored against Schmeichel. Skov Olsen against. Ochoa has missed. Ochoa has made a wonderful save. Herrera, he scored it. So Denmark need to score this one. Christian Eriksen, he's a bagsman. He is a bagsman. Vega, does he score or does he miss? He scored. Was has to score this or Denmark are out. He scored it. Now, if Gallardo scores this penalty, Denmark are out of the World Cup, and he has. Denmark are out of the World Cup and have lost on penalties. The big bottle jobs is Belgium versus Spain. Now, Belgium didn't score a single goal in the group stages, but somehow made it through. And to be honest, I see them getting absolutely battered by Spain here. Full time. Another game of extra time. Belgium are still yet to score a single goal at this tournament. Imagine if they go through and win every single penalty shootout and go through to the final. That would be hilarious. It's going to penalties again, ladies and gentlemen. Carlos Soler against Courtois. He scores. Romelu Lukaku scores. Alvaro Morata, the bottle job, has missed it. Courtois is the hero. Eden Hazard, he has scored it, gone down the middle. Pablo Sarabia, he scored it. A wonderful penalty at the top left. Kevin De Bruyne has scored it. Oh, this is brilliant. Marcus Llorente, he's missed it. Belgium, if Yannick Carrasco scores this, Belgium are through. Carrasco has missed it. Asensio has to score, and he's missed it. Belgium are through to the next round without having scored a goal yet. Next is Brazil, Uruguay, and to be honest, I think there is no chance that Uruguay do anything in this. Another game that's going to extra time. Bloody hell. Here we go. Uruguay are through. That's a big save by Alisson Becker to deny Chewy. Luis Suarez, who has scored in the 120th minute. The crowd goes wild. Uruguayan fans have watched their team just beat Brazil in the 120th minute. Send them through to the next round of the World Cup. That is a massive result. And finally, Croatia versus Germany. Let's see if the Germans can make it 3 out of 4. Germany, they're through. Serge Gnabry has sweated engineered cross, and Kai Havertz is the best on earth. The silky German, just what they need, because Germany look like they're going to the round of 16. I just tried to do that chant, I'm sorry. Great defending by the Germans there, and they are through. So as a recap, England went through, Argentina went through, unfortunately. USA went through, Belgium, Uruguay, Germany, and Serbia all went through. Right, our next game is massive because one of Belgium or Uruguay are going out. Can Belgium score a goal? Or will Uruguay have that Uruguayan grit that they've shown throughout this group stage? Belgium, again, holding on for dear life. They cannot score a goal. Lukaku and Hazard have had an absolute stinker, and De Bruyne. They've had a... Who's that? Carrasco! I was just saying, Belgium, they've scored. They've taken an early lead against Uruguay. The Belgians have gone through with one goal. They've scored the first goal, and unfortunately, we are saying goodbye to Uruguay. They've done a lot better than I thought they would have, to be honest. Next up, Germany versus Serbia. Now, the Germans have looked very, very good so far this World Cup, so maybe, just maybe, I think they should have too much quality here for the Serbs. Still think the Germans have too much quality, and they are through, and they have scored. Leroy Sané has scored just on the edge of half-time. That is going to demoralize the Serbians. Half-time 1-0, one shot. We love to see it from the Germans. And Serbia have scored. Milinkovic-Savic. Now, this is going to get tasty, baby. And we're into the final thing. Will Germany score? Thomas Muller, the 92nd minute of the game. Germany have nicked it at the last second. Absolutely heartbreaking stuff for Serbia. And the semi-finals, England versus Belgium, Argentina versus Germany. So we could potentially have both teams going for the World Cup. First off is Belgium versus England. And Belgium, again, we've said it this whole time, have looked shockingly bad, but somehow have just kind of pushed themselves through to get where they are. And England have looked very, very comfortable this tournament, and they're breaking through, and they've scored within 8 minutes. Phil Foden has gone and ran through the defense already. Now, Belgium have only scored one goal at this World Cup, mind you, and they've got it all to do. They must score at least another one. But if you told me to put my money on someone right now, I'd say England to win this game. Apart from Kevin De Bruyne has just taken he's just scored the equalizer. England are through. Whoever that is has just scored. Raheem Sterling has made it 2-1. Absolute heartbreak for Belgium, just when I thought they were getting into the game as well. 88th minute, last chance saloon. I say it a lot. Has to be now or never, and it is never, because Belgium are out of the World Cup to England. Up the England. It's in Germany's hands. Germany have looked pretty good. So have Argentina. The teams, two very good teams there. Obviously, Messi. Go on, whoever that is. It's another corner. That's 3 corners so far this match already. And it's a goal. Leon Goretzka is bagged his second of the tournament, and Germany have taken a 1-0 lead against Argentina on the cusp of half-time. Can they get the second? If they get the second, that would really kill this game off, and they have. Thomas Muller has scored the second, and Germany are cruising their way to the World Cup final right now. And the game has finished. Germany are through to the World Cup final. So we took 4 bottle job worth of countries, and all of them grabbed their second chance with 2 hands and made it through the group stages. We unfortunately lost Denmark at the round of 16. We then unfortunately lost Uruguay at the quarterfinals, and then unfortunately lost Belgium at the semis. But one team stayed through it all, Germany. And now it's a Germany-England final. One of the oldest rivalries in world football, this is, by the way. England versus Germany goes all the way back to World War II. This is a massive game, not only for the World Cup, but for rivalry and historic purposes. This is absolutely crazy. When England won their first World Cup, it was against West Germany. Can they make it 2 World Cups? Or will Germany pile on their pressure and England go home empty-handed? Both teams at the 45th minute mark look as if it's going to be a 0-0 draw. 45 minutes of football. Who is going to make themselves a cult hero? Who is going to write themselves down in folklore after winning the 2022 World Cup? German corner. It's gone back out. Go on. One more. Shoot. And it's a goal. Leroy Sané. He might have wrote himself down in German folklore with a massive, massive goal in the World Cup final against England. Jordan Pickford had absolutely no chance from the thunderous strike that Leroy Sané has produced. And it's 2-0. Leroy Sané, he's wrote himself down in German folklore, in German football history. He scored a brace in a World Cup final against England, their most historic, the most bitterly rivals. And Germany have won World Cup 2022 in Qatar. If you like this video, check out this video where we test the question, does size matter in FIFA 23? Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below if you enjoyed this video. I want to do more of these types of videos.